Okay, people. There we go. Live. Let's see what's cracking. Let me get this party started. We are kicking off the live stream here. So we're gonna do a little Q&A session today. Let me go and fire up the members group chat. Let me go out here. Bingo bango. But yeah, if you have any questions that you want to throw our way, go ahead and throw it. Um, Yeah, NAB was a blast. We're going to talk about that a little bit. I'm just getting these things together. Sorry, I had to do some stuff before I kicked off. And of course, when you do stuff like that, it takes you off your game. But hey, you know what? We out here. We out here in these here streets. So there's that. There's that. What is up, Rich? Good to see you, fam. Good to see you. Um, oh my God, Rich? What is the name of the conference that's down by you? Why am I dumb? Um, I forgot. I know it's coming up soon. That's the problem. And then we already started talking about camp and all of the myriad camp-oriented things. So getting ready for that as well. Yeah, man, it was crazy. It was crazy. There is the Paul. There is one of the Pauls. The other one might be sleeping still, recovering. What is up, Obs? What is up, Los? Good to see you guys back in action. Uh, Paul is still in his camper. I gotta mute Paul because he's doubling me back. I need to comment on the last video. Uh, I like that you're a cheerleader and the initial spells rah rah rah. What initials? What initials, Kathy? Let me think. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, Kathy, you're a genius. You are a genius. That is the teacher move. It's rah 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 rah. That's funny. Vid Summit. There you go. That's the one I was trying to think of. And it's in October, so I need to double check the camp, Cal Rich, because even if we're not coming as a team, I think I want to try to do that. I met some folks from Vid Summit, and that was really cool. So I yeah, that was really cool. I didn't even think about that, Kathy. You listen, family. You absolutely crushed it. I completely didn't think about that. You know what I tried to do, which didn't work at all, but it was worth a shot. So it kind of slowed me down. I tried to use Canva to do those slides like automatically using the new AI stuff. I got about one twirl around the bucket and I was like, nope, I gotta go. I got things to do. So I just said forget it and just did it the regular way. But I was gonna try to get Canva to, spit that out as a set of slides or something, and it did not work. Why did you turn that on? Turn that off. Yo, you talk about I haven't sat at this desk for what feels like 3 weeks. So I have no idea what the hang is going on. How about that? How about that? Here, I'm gonna put these in order so I can make a visual because Kathy just blew my mind. Didn't even think about it. Boom boom. It's my new rah rah system. Boom. Thank you, Kathy. You're a genius. You are a genius. You're not sweet genius. And then let's put little dots in the front. So option 8. Oh, you bizatch. Don't do that. Undo. Undo. Okay. Let's just do it inside Ecamm. Copy. Don't copy that floppy. You guys remember? Um, are you making fun of me, Troy, because I did this? This is a kind of framer. And then I have the original framer that came from the Fenwick framer, which I got from Office Hours. Speaking of which, hi Flo, good to see you. Um, I turned everything off when I left, and I only turned those lid lens back on because I got to reach behind the counter to turn my on air sign on. I guess I could use my phone to turn on the drip. Came through dripping. Doo-doo. Paul, where is your location right now? Here, let me unmute you. All right. What the? Don't swear at me, dude. I just seen you for the first time in like 3 weeks. Where? Paul said, blah, 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 blah. And came through dripping. All right, let me see if I could turn these on. Govy home. Listen, guys, one of the things that I saw at NAB that absolutely threw me for a loop, it's a very small thing, and it's because it's a very small thing. Newer, as I still say, I think they just gave up trying to fix it and decided to adopt the newer because there's no way. I went to school like Kathy. I didn't have a principal as cool as her, but EE does not still equal E. I'm sorry. EE becomes, anyway, were not newer. This doesn't make any sense. Anyway, um, they have these brand spanking new 60-watt white and 60-watt color lights. And it is so freaking tiny, family. It is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. Like, I can't even think of a size to tell you, but if you could square off a decent sized grapefruit, I think the grapefruit would be bigger. Like, it's about yo big. If I'm going to give it a number, I want to say it's maybe 4x4x4. Maybe smaller. I can look it up and tell you for sure. But that thing was super, super tiny. And it was crazy. It was super, super crazy. Prior to that, the smallest one I had seen is the one like Luis has, which is the Ulanzi. But Ulanzi, sometimes, not all, some of their lights use this weird thing called the G mount, which is not the same as having like, a legit Bowens. And I like to stick to Bowens because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got like 6 or 7. Actually, I have 8 Bowens modifiers. So I don't want to go buy new modifiers because I bought a new light. So I like the fact that, most of these guys use regular modifiers. I am scrubbing these mountains trying to find out where's Paul. And he's between Marrakesh, Morocco, and something place called Ozar Ta 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 Ta. Don't get me started. I can't say that. I see it. I see it. It's crazy. It's pretty. He just like, I'm gonna go driving around in the mountains over here. Oh, the jerk. What an absolute jerk. Anyway, let's see what else we got going on. The Beetle Lens. Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to see Beetle Lens. I was busy doing stuff, but I saw everybody talking about it. Uh, 454. That's funny. What's the balance? Oh, there we go, Kathy. What a phenomenal question. It's not a challenge. It is, but it isn't. I would say Kathy wanted to know, and I'll read this in case somebody's like listening while they're doing dishes or something. Kathy wanted to know what's the biggest challenge to keep up with your videos while you're on the road. Um, it's the timing of it all. Because if I'm at home, I just know exactly where everything is. I pop in the studio, I sit down. The first, say, 5 minutes of setup is out the window. When I'm at the telly, I normally have taken a little guy with me, ran all around the town, done whatever, and I either have to DIT or ingest video. Luckily, I decided to save myself from myself, and I chose not to use any D-Log, although I wanted to. I'm like, don't use D-Log. Let me make sure I reference that for someone who may not be familiar with D-Log. D-Log is what is known as a flat color picture profile. So, dang, I just went to make an explanation and I made it more unexplainable. Paul, show of hands. I want you to spill that beer. Do you know what a flat picture profile is? Okay, see? Now, I use Paul as a litmus test because he's right up there with my sister. I love you, Pete. Okay, so a flat picture profile. I'm going to show you an example by using this here Osmo Pocket Ed 3 as soon as I fire him up. Let me fire him up, and then what that does is it basically removes all of the video processing from the camera. So what it does is it gives you a really flat look, but what it's actually doing is capturing more information than normal. Okay? So let me flick homegirl around. Come on, girl. Come on, baby. All right, so here's a flat picture profile, right? You see how everything looks came through dripping. Came through dripping, right? Everything looks like flat. There doesn't have any polish to it. It doesn't have any je ne sais quoi, right? So then what I would do when I bring that into the cut of final. So the whole reason why you want to use a flat picture profile is it automatically captures way more dynamic range. It is the not quite video equivalent of raw, but it's pretty raw. Oh baby, I like it raw. Oh baby, I like it raw. Okay, so now what I'm fixing to do is turn on the DJI profile to unflat this. Las Vegas will chap DF out your lips, just so you know. I'm not crusty. I just came from Vegas. So now I'm using the correction LUT, which take this from a BT 2020 flat profile. That's going to sound way too much nerdy. It's going to take it from a D-Log M flat profile and turn it into a Rec 709. Rec 709 is what you normally see when you watch Normally Normal, okay? Like this and him, right? But now I've used this Osmo Pocket LUT corrector to put the video back to normal. So if you own an Osmo Pocket 3, Insta360, which uses some other thing, if you got a drone on your Sonys, you got you got Cinetone, you got S-Log1, S-Log2, S-Log3, you got C-Log if you're a Canon person, F-Log if you're a Fuji person, all of the above, right? So when you shoot in the log profile, you have a better chance of not blowing out your shot or underexposing your shot. But the disadvantage to shooting in that sort of profile is every time you're done with your video, you're going to have to do some processing. Like that's an instant LUT, and normally that's all you need to do, just drop the regular LUT back on and go. But what tends to happen is if you're a video nerd, you will put it back to normal, and then you'll try to start color grading and get cute with it. And I was like, if I do that, that's going to take too much time. So, Kathy, I saved myself the drama by shooting in just the straight out of the box Osmo Pocket 3. Don't touch anything. The second thing I did is when I got to my hotel space, I did set myself up. I might have some room video on this chip real quick, and I can show you sort of what I did. My room had a desk with a light right here on the side. Like if I were to take one of my vertical nan lights and put them like right here, it was sort of like that, but about 18 inches away. The other thing was a desk lamp that had a little CFL bulb. The CFL bulb was doo-doo. But behind that little alcove where you could sit down, there was 3 pieces of sliding glass. And it dawned on me, if I close that sliding glass, because it is frost, just plain frosted glass, like don't look at me naked in the changing room glass. You've seen it. I just took the light and I cranked the neck sideways and I blasted it at that frosty glass. What it threw what it threw back at me was nice tonality light. Like the light was, I wish it was a little brighter, but it was good. Okay. So what I would do is take this Lidlin and put it on a tiny little wee tripod, as we say in Scotland. Here's my Wii tripod. I would put it on the Wii tripod and I would use this in webcam mode because, as you just saw seconds ago, the OP3 in webcam mode is spot on delicious. I'm using all of my British terms because Paul's hanging out with me in the backstage. So, what is it? Nigh on or spot on? Yeah, it was spot on delicious. Like it was perfect, right? So being able to like minimize the craziness, and also I didn't take my Fuji. I wanted to, but I didn't. I didn't take the other Fuji. I didn't take any Sonys. All I took was this guy and the Osmo Action 5. And on day 2, I was like, the Osmo Action 5 is not coming out of the bag. It stayed in the bag the entire time. It was going to be a backup should something happen. So by sticking to one, not weed tripod, Kevin, we tripod, we as in Lidlin, country, yes, he said the weed tripod. Yes, yes. So, John, when I read this, you know what this makes me think of? When we were kids, we had color forms, and it was like these little stickers, and you could pick it up and put it down to like build the outfit or build a person or build a city. It was something like that. That's what when I read that, that's what I thought of. Anyway, so I by simplifying my setup and simplifying my own personal kind of craziness, it made it easier to get those videos cranked out, Kathy. Like I was just like, sorry, foot is itching. I gotta take my shoe off. So I just yeah, that helped. The other thing that really helped to stay on point is throughout the day when things would happen, because I didn't go with a pre-plan, right? This drove the other Paul crazy. I don't even know where she at right now, but this drove the other Paul crazy. I was like, you can't plan NAB, bro. You cannot walk around like, oh, here's my game plan. It just doesn't work because you're in a booth, you go to see something really quick, and then you run into one of your friends, and then you and your friend have an hour-long conversation, or the booth people want to show you 55 things. You know, you go there to look at one particular thing, and they're like, well, look at this, and this is secret, and since you're one of ours and we know who you are, let's go in the back over here and see something that nobody has ever seen before. So that was kind of cool because Duncan had an opportunity. We took Duncan to see some Secret Squirrel stuff at Insta360 because my Insta360 peeps was like, why you ain't called in a minute? And I was like, you know how it is. I be out here in the street cheating with DJ. Just, loving life, doing things, talking to Aubrey and Paul and them, Kevin and them. And they was like, oh, so you only come through for the 360 video booty call. And I was like, no, I just been busy doing some other stuff. And they're like, well, look, we still love you. Stop cheating. Come over here and look at this secret stuff. And so me, Mary Lou, and Paul, we went in the room and we got to look at some secret stuff. And we was like, your brain is about to be flipped when they decide to turn this loose to the public. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was kind of crazy. It's like when you go to see your ex and you ain't seen it in a while and you decide to have some, ex activities and they put something on you that they never did before to try to make sure you don't leave again. Aubrey, why are you smiling? Why? Aubrey, you're the innocent one. You're not supposed to respond to that. Paul, I can understand. He's trifling, but Aubrey is over here like that part right there. You've been hanging out with Michelle too much. Yeah, it was really crazy. Like that stuff was cool. But so again, Kathy, trying to stay on subject. I got, you know, I got problems. The thing that I would do is when I ran across something that was highly notable, I would just leave myself a little mental note. I would tell myself a little something that would trigger that thought process when I got back to the room. And I use voice capture and Super Whisper to capture the majority of those voice notes. Um, I think the biggest thing, Kathy, is as soon as you get in your hotel room, figure what your setup is. Like, don't wait until you have to do it because 9 times out of 10, yo, I'm shooting them joints at 11 o'clock at night. We done came back from dinner and the plant store. So I didn't have a lot of, thanks, Aubrey. Thank you. I didn't have a lot of time to sit around and think. I had to be able to just do that do and go straight there. So it was really about sitting down when I first got there. And luckily, Paul and I came in a day early. So I set my studio up as soon as possible. I told myself I'm going to use the Osmo Pocket 3. One of those videos is super funny. And strangely enough, nobody pointed it out. And I kind of panicked for a minute. And then I said, no, I'm going to just let it go because it's too late. I'm not going to reshoot it. I shot a video where I had plugged in the Osmo Pocket 3, set it up, got the picture looking beautiful. Then I went to go change something in Ecamm, and the Pocket 3 had turned off for whatever reason. When I'm turning back on, Ecamm picked up the built-in camera in my notebook. Now, under normal circumstances, as soon as I install Ecamm on the notebook, I turn off use built-in camera because I never, ever, 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 ever use the built-in camera. But when we were in Chicago, I was demonstrating the difference between my homegirl over here. Where'd she go? Came through tripping. Boop, boop. I was demonstrating the difference between homegirl Aussie over here. She gorgeous. Damn, she fine in the mud. And then what the regular camera looks like. Because somebody was like, why would I want to buy one of these, at $1,000 over the regular camera? And I was like, listen, Mary, let me show you something. And so I had turned that setting back on. And it was like on the last day, I forgot to turn it off. So I shot a whole video talking to the Osmo Pocket 3 like this. And the notebook camera is looking at me the entire time. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to reshoot this. It was too much of a pain in the butt. So I just published it. And you know what? Nobody said in the comments, how come you're looking at the wrong camera? So sometimes we overthink it because what I was telling you was more important than me looking at the wrong camera. And nobody said a thing. And I kind of had looked at it for like 10 minutes going, should I reshoot it? Should I reshoot it? And then I was like, nope, because arthritis told me to take my butt to bed and put some ice on them knees and get yourself twisted. So, yeah, Kathy, that was a long about winded answer. But step one, set your studio up. Step two, if you don't already have things that's pre-planned to shoot, make yourself mental notes through the day so you know what you're doing as soon as you get in. You get in, get your little taste and then get to work. And then don't overthink the edits. And if you have any mistakes, you got to let them roll and just say, hey, this was the road. This is the road. This is what we're getting. I am not in my home turf. Simple as pie. Simple as pie. And then, it was good to go. Listen, good to see you. How are you doing? BJ, good to see you as well, too, fam. Long time. Yes, I can. As soon as I find out what the other one is. Oh, I got it. Hold on, Paul. Hold on to your loving wound. First and honesty too. I can't reach it. All right, so Paul wanted to see the difference between tail, air, and then tail, air, went away for the summer and came back hot. Oh, come out. Don't waste your time fighting lies. Ugh. You can't say holy shit on my stream. There's children's listening. Miss Eileen, he said it, not me. She going to charge you. Aubrey shaking her head like that boy need Jesus. You ain't putting it in the dash, fam. Yo, look at that. Yo, hey, stay your head down. The new ones don't like to keep your head down. It's crazy, right? I'm trying to make them even, but it's too early in the morning. And look at the eyeballs. Turn that way. Boom. Shalak, lock, boom. And then look at the lily. It's just a wee little eyeball. It's crazy. It is crazy. The picture quality that come out of Homegirl is saucy. Saucy. Nasty. Mm. It's really good, people. It's really good. It is a 1.8 to 3.0 fixed aperture. That gives you just some saucy background bokeh. It's Los Martinez came up in the building. Hey, you're Los. This one is just 1.8 fixed, 23 millimeters. The big drum beater. So yeah, it's glorious, fam. It's just absolutely glorious. This guy is so good. You can use it as a standalone camera. You can just post it up on a tripod outside. You can record directly to it using either the remote or the mobile app. The tracking is phenomenal. There is no real sort of onboard mic per se, so you're going to want to at least attach any cheap mic that you have into the mic in. And the reason for that is so that way you can record the other stuff like on a different mic, and then you can synchronize the tracks. It has HDMI, it has SDI for the grown folks, it has LAN with PoE. I want you to hear that clearly. LAN with PoE. So, in English terms, I can take an Ethernet cable with a power over Ethernet, PoE, power over Ethernet injector, which means I can plug that into the wall and power the camera over the Ethernet cable. So, for instance, my server in the back, my rack room, rack city, rack city, my rack room is a UniFi console, and underneath there is a UniFi PoE 10 gigabit per second switcher. Those ports send 10 gigabit data, which is fast as snot on hot grease, and it will send power. So I can mount this girl to the ceiling and throw a single cable at it, which is an Ethernet cable, which is a wee tiny cable, because I use what the brand is. I use UniFi skinny cables. They have these Cat 6 cables, which are super, super skinny, but they got bendable necks. I've showed it to you guys before. So I can mount this guy in the ceiling, use that single cable to connect it, and then bring the signal back to Ecamm, either NDI or RTSP, which is a real-time signal protocol, real-time streaming protocol, allows me to bring the video over at basically high speed. The only disadvantages to using those is right now we don't have PTZ control over the networking protocols. We only have PTZ controls over UVC, but that is something that I've been working with the Osbot team and their developers and my developers who you guys know and love to see if we can, figure a way to sanctify. And I'm just telling you, listen, do you need to go buy a $1,000 PTZ camera? No. It is freaking legit. It is too legit. Too legit to quit. Oh my God. Now we're getting crazy. Now we're getting crazy. I want to try something. While you guys think of more questions, I want to try something crazy. Let me see if I can pull this off. I don't know. Let me go do something. All right. Let your rude boy dim. Let me see. Does the browser work? Does the browser work? Yes, the browser works. Okay. We're going to go to Claude. Hi, I'm Claude Baudet, and I'm going to leave the light on. And then, let's see. TIMERVERLAYS. I'll use OBS just because it makes more sense. I want not a plugin. I want an HTML timer. I do remember his website, and then I forgot what it was called. Browser only timers. Here we go.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you have.
Not you. I just need to see the description. That's all I need. Here you go. There's a site called Timers. This one's good. Okay. So, watch this. We're going to try something. Stay here. Why no catch? Why no catch we? Super. Oh, maybe I closed it. There we go. Super Whisper. There we go. We want to be in Chrome. There we go. Hey, I want to build a web-based timer specifically in HTML. I want to be able to choose the font, the color, and the shape. The output will be a transparent HTML where the clock interface is the only thing that's visible. The background will be invisible. I'm going to give you an example of what this looks like, and let's see if we can build something like that. Super Whisper doing this thing y'all can't see. Okay, so Super Whisper is bomb because it just takes what I say and then it goes to it. No, you just doubled up. I want to pop that in. That's an example of the timer. And oh, I forgot. Claude can't access links. Damn you. Damn you. Hold on. Let's copy this. Claude is the best programmer, but it does irritate me that it can't access links. We're going to have to do this in ChatGPT. Sons of a batching, farging, ice hole. Sorry, just had a random sidetrack. Y'all got to stick with me. You know how my brain works. All right. Let me see some more browser-based timers. Let's go to STREAMLAB. No. What the heck is it called? My brain is losing it. I don't want the program. I just want the overlays. I've done this before. What the heck is it called? Why am I dumb? Yeah, I don't. Dude, you, Jeff C., all you Texas people keep trying to get me to use Magi. I don't like those combined ones. I feel like they do not have the full complement of power that the real ones do. And I don't mind dropping $20 a piece, $60 a month for all the whole suite. Dang, what is the other Streamlabs called? The overlays. I just type overlaps. He dumb. Yeah, I you know what? Honestly, I shouldn't say that. I haven't spent enough time with God bling it. Why is he dumb? I haven't spent enough time with Magi to say bad things about it, but there's no way that thing works as good as the regular. It's just impossible. Well, in my head, it might be stupid. I could be 100% stupid. I just haven't spent the time to break it down, and it's going to cost me more. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That is true. And I do have Studio LM Studio. Man, I don't know why none of this is making sense to me. Um, I'm having super brain farts right now because it's not Streamlab OBS. It's Streamlabs, but I use, here it goes. It's just streamlabs.com, which I tried, but it didn't do it. Anyway, I use Ideogram. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. I use Ideogram for that. Oh, this might not work because this is going to be behind a paywall in theory. We'll see. We'll see. And I've streamed Elements as well, but I know what to do. I can cheat. I can go to dashboard. Dashboard. Alerts. Alert box. And then I can go to themes and overlays. Here we go. And then I can look for the timer. The timer. Advanced search. Timer. Boom. Timer. Oh, that's okay. Freak it. I'm going to do it without. I'm going to just let it go by what it knows. All right, let's see if it can do this. It was just you and Jeff. It is just you and Jeff. That's funny, Rich. I never make every video streams, webs, other kinds of things. Live countdown. There you go. There you go. Here goes the hot metal structure. Try our best coding model for a better response. So O3 Mini is the best coding. All right, let's keep that in our brain. And yes, we'll switch to that. Mustard! Sorry, he's losing it today. Let me see if the old fart is sick. He could get sick after he comes back, you know? They're not used to this kind of traveling and hanging out. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. All right. You mean thought for a few seconds, and then what? Oh, you're dumb. The other one worked better. Let me go. Can I go back? Will it let me go back? Oh, you jerk. Oh, I know what I did. Never mind. He's dumb. All you gotta do is do this. All right. All right, so let's copy this. Don't copy that, Flappy. Let's try some things. Preview and test. Copy the code into an HTML file. Let's do CodePen is the best. And so let's take the hot metal. We want a new one. We want a new one. this. And then do I have a login? This is how my brain works, y'all. People ask stuff. I'm just like, I'm going to just make a new one. I'm just going to make my own. See, I did this earlier just to show you. You could do this sort of thing just coded by what that thing is. So I went E, C, A, M, M. And that, my friends, is 100% HTML. And I came up with this code by asking ChatGPT. And this does work if I save these individual pieces and put them here. I'll leave you this link so you can play with it. Copy the link. If you save these into 3 separate files, put them in a folder, and then drag the index file into Ecamm, it will actually work. I did this as a demo eons ago. Okay, so let's try this. I want a new one. Hey, come here. Oh, you know what? Zoom, get out of my way. I want a new drug. Don't unfold that. That's fine. Those are my bookmarks. No. Dang it, I just want a new one. I forgot to do this. It's been so long since I played with this. There we go. And we're going to paste in the HTML that we made. And there's your timer. Okay? So, we're going to save this. And see what we get. So, to save this, I'm going to just make this lazy on myself. I'm going to use text edit. You know, standard Mac text edit. I'm going to make a new document. I'm going to paste in that code. And then I'm going to save this as a index.html or clock.html. So save it to the desktop and then clock. Bingo. So it's saved to the desktop. And then we're going to come back to this Ecamm. And then we're going to, if I just drag it straight, what does it do? Yeah, I knew that. Okay, that was dope. I'm going to make a web widget in Ecamm, and then I'm going to paste this in. Mustard on the beat. Man, I have thousands of these things in here. That's weird. I thought if I drag the HTML file as an overlay, it should just work, but it's coming up as the actual text. And it shouldn't do that. Why is that? Maybe it's because I don't have the CSS. He's thinking this through. Add classes to it. Yeah, this is not working. It didn't work. I could have sworn there was a way to do this where you just drag the HTML file and it should work, but it's not wrapping properly. So anyway, that was a stupid experiment that went right out the window. You know what? I know what I can do though. Since we're here, I'm going to throw this same HTML at this and then tell Claude to fix it. so you can see what I'm doing over here. So I just pasted in. I kept the original prompt at the top. Damn it, Zoom, get out the way. I kept the original prompt at the top, and then I pasted this part in, and then there's this timer element message right there, and I just told Claude to fix this code, and then see what Claude says, because Claude's a much better coder. It's a cleaner coder too. If you know this kind of stuff, Aubrey knows. But look, it's putting in all my CSS for me, and it uses React.js, which is a better JavaScript. And now it's writing in all the timer element pieces. Like Claude, just way better coder. look at it. It's so much better. Look at that. And it gave me the, oh, come on, Claude. Come on, Claude. Listen, this is what I was trying to say earlier, just so y'all don't think I'm high. Claude not only did it better, Claude gave me a console in which to edit elements of the property. Claude is a freaking genius. You are not sweet genius. Look at this. I can get rid of this obnoxious Aubrey color. There you go. I'm joking, fam. Right? I got different fonts in here. Right? Look at that. Claude came correct. Like, absolutely correct. I do like this clock timer, though. And then let's just set it for 30 seconds. Set that timer. Boom. Here's my shape. Round. Square. Diamond. Show background. Like, listen, saucy, 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 saucy. Turn off the controls. Turn on the controls. Start. Family, that's just delicious. That's just delicious. Okay, so now we're going to publish this. And then we're going to say publish and copy the link. Link copied. Bingo. We're going to come over here to the old cams. You stop making noise. You stop making noise. No one's talking to you. We're going to come over here to the eCam. And then we're going to click here. And we're going to rock a little demonstration mode. And then we're going to go to this regular one. And we're going to press on the web widget. And we're going to paste in what we pasted. I feel like I got 75 copies of that. All right. And then we're going to say high resolution mode, keep running. And then add the widget. Yep. I'm cool with that. Don't show this message. There's the artifact. So this is showing you like the actual web page that it generates, but like I could go in now and edit this so that it just gives me the output with a completely transparent background. Or I can go in Claude and tell it to just remake this background transparent. But the cool thing is, you all know this because we are eCam users. I can just grab this here and this here and that there. Oh, I forgot to toggle off the control. Let me do that before I get nasty. There you go. And if you happen to have, let's just say, to John's point earlier, if you happen to have a copy of an actual widget that you downloaded from somewhere that has like, you know, good quality HTML or whatever, you could absolutely use that as examples, which is the reason why I was trying to pull a better example, because then it would just work, right? So let me go over here to this browser thing and be like, Okay, we ALMOS there. Oh, this is why you use Super Whisper, because listen, I'm trying to avoid y'all the drama of me. We're almost there. I really need the background to be completely transparent because when we place it over the video, I don't want to see the white background of the actual output page. And probably the best way for this to work would be if the controls were on a separate control page that you accessed from its own individual file and the output was on a separate page. So I think the best course of action is to split the control page and the output page into two different pages, and the output page must present itself with a completely transparent background because when I overlay this on top of a video using Ecamm, OBS, Wirecast, or something of that nature, you won't see that background. Please fix that. Learn to talk to your dang robots. Speak to your robot them. Make sure you use your best Nigerian voice. Come on, Claude. Do that thing. Come on, Claude. Do that thing. Come on, Claude. Do that thing. Do that, do that, do that, do that. Let's dance. Let's dance to the drummer's beat. Let's dance. Dance to sound so sweet. Let's dance. Boom, 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 boom. How many of you guys remember that song? If you remember that song, you old as dirt. Dirt. Dirt, dirt, dirt. Hold up. Hey. It's kind of fun watching somebody do your coding work now, Aubrey. Remember we used to have to rate this by hand? We would just be there for hours typing and typing and then taking a break, going to hit a spliff, come back, type, eat some Doritos, drink 4 cans of Coke, or never mind. Come back and code. This would be us for hours. This thing is cranking out in minutes what would probably take Aubrey and I at least half the day when we had to do this by hand. Maybe more, because y'all know I can't type. I used a lot of pre-clipped things, like I made it work once somewhere, and I would just save it in libraries and libraries and libraries. Music, Panic. Oh my God, Mary! Woo, child! Woo, child! Look at that! Look at that there. Look at that there. Come on. Come on. Fam, it came with instructions and the whole 9. Do you see this? Are you grokking what I just did here? And let's not get it twisted. It came with instruction manual called Doc's Homemade Half a Cup of Coffee Saturday Morning Live Stream Overlay for Dummies. That's the name of the book. You can pick it up on Amazon. And like, why is it that damn good? Come on, girl. I coded this in 2 seconds with my face. How low can you go? Death Row. What a brother know. Once again, back is the incredible, the uncannibal, Rhyme Animal, the public enemy number 1. All right, let's copy this URL and see what happens. Boom. Add this browser source in OBS, Ecamm, Wirecast, etc. $2 in the Cornwall store. White Kevin. Fourth Wall store. There you go. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Freaking Kevin. He's messing up my brain. All right, hold on. Let me make sure you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Look. Set the CSS property of background color to transparent. Aubrey, you want to explain to me why you changed your name? Are you under arrest? All right, let's go back into Ecamm real quick. Let's make a whole new widget. I'm gonna leave the dirty one up there first. And listen, my Stream Deck is bugging today, so I had to do something weird and do these by hand. So anyway, I got this URL copied. We're gonna make a new widget, bam, and we're gonna call this Good LAWD, Good Lord, because that's what that is. Good Lord. Okay, then we're gonna paste this in. We're gonna go high resolution, keep running, no transition, add the widget. Let it think. Let it think. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Hey, what happened to my widget? Uh-oh. Oh, I see. It didn't do this as a full thing. Let me do it this way. I'll show you what happened in a second. Let me pop over to here. Cancel this. This isn't closed, so if I do open in a new window. Oh, you want to be like that. You're going to make me go and grab the individual parts myself. But we're almost there. We're almost there. So there was it failed to connect to the WebSocket. All right, so console message, fall back to local timer operator. So let's go. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. We need this part, and we need to say that this part is not working. Okay, so I know I should talk to this. If I talk to this, it would be faster, but I'm thinking it as I'm typing, so the talking part might be a little hard. Actually, no, it will still work. I'm over tripping. Came through tripping. And then what was the error code it gave? Get to the beat right now. Okay, boom. Let it do that thing. Let it do that thing. Oops, it just grabbed it and moved it. Still, you got to understand. I don't know if I showed you guys this before. I think I showed you guys this before. He said it was transparent. Yo. Dude, no, I coded whole games in Claude and it worked. You're going to see. You don't even have to troubleshoot the code, Rich. You tell it to troubleshoot the code. No, I've got it to work without hosting the files before as well. So that's why I just had to fix it. Because I did this, the first one I didn't even host the file. You can absolutely tell it to fix its own code. You guys are going to see in the new stream that Ash and I are doing, we did that whole thing in Claude, and Claude wrote all of it. And it's perfect. I will show you in a second what I did. While it's thinking. All right. How to use fix is a timer control HTML, timer display HTML. Open into the browser. Boom, boom, boom. Use the copy URL. Okay, cool. Let's see if we make this work. Let's see if we make this work. And I'll also try it John's way because, you know, it might make more sense. Okay. You're right. There was an issue with the WebSocket connection to the Spammer page. Bingo. Let's fix this by removing the WebSocket functionality by implementing a simpler communication method that between the panel and display. Okay. So here's the latest thing. And then if I go and grab this here code, and I'm going to show you guys something. Actually, let's do it John's way just because it makes more sense. While I'm in here, I'm going to open Code Runner. Code Runner will catch you if you're through. Code Runner, if he catches you, you're through. Sorry. Again, if you know that, you are also old. So, I want to make a new project. Let's do a new window. And then we're going to paste in the code. Oh, not you. He dumb. Copy. Don't copy that floppy. Copy. We're going to paste in the code. And this one is to be named. What is the name? Timer control HTML. Timer display HTML. Okay, so this is timer display HTML. So let's copy that and save to the desktop. Came through dripping. All right. And then we need to add another page. And then we're going to go to cloud. Let me move this out the way so y'all can see. Go here. And then we want to go to, that's the latest one. We want to go to this. Timer control HTML. So we're going to go to the code. We're going to copy this. And then we're going to paste it here. Paste it here. Why is there a straight closing tag? Oh, because the body is there. Let's get rid of that. Okay. All right, let's gravy. And then we're going to do save. And this one is timer control HTML. And put this on the desktop as well. Save. And then let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we're going to go here. And all I really need is that. So that's fine. All right, so let's go back to our main page here. Oh, listen, let's do something cool, Ben. You're driving me crazy. You're driving me crazy. Oh, that's what happened. That's what happened. So dumb. That's why I did that. Okay. That messed my brains up. Alright. Now let's save this. Okie dokie. Will you work now? Bingo! 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 We got Bush. We've got Bush. Look at that, gangsters. Look at that. Claude can code. Claude is a big girl now. Let's make enough space for in case it's longer. Look at that. Put this up here in the corner. That's me in the corner. And then I'm going to make a new browser page. I'm going to bring it over here just so y'all can see. Just implement it like this. Drop this in here. Not the HTML. Listen, fam, you're doing something dirty. Let's go to get info and change this extension because we don't want the MD. That's what's messing us up. There we go. Now it's a hot metal. Bingo. Bingo. What happens if we change this to 600 and apply? Will it reset this? You just go here and reload. Did it reload? Okay. So we still got some couple more things to fix, but it's getting in there. Like it's absolutely working. Because there's the thing. It's right there. Like, and the reality is it doesn't need all of that extra sauce, but it's there. And let's see what happens if we pull this as the source. Okay, let's try this again. Let's go to copy and then update this widget with this new source. And then save it. And it works. Okay, so if you use the source that they told you to source, never mind. You know what I said. If you use the source that they told you to source, so let's get rid of the Aubrey color and make it look a little bit more Doc-esque. Let's go magenta. Mira magenta. And then, oh, I don't know if the keep running will work on this particular case. Because I think when you make a change, gonna make a change, you have to like recopy the HTML, which is something that I could fix with a JavaScript. But the fact that you can do this is kind of incredible. Let's just put it that way. You know what I mean? The fact that you can do this is kind of incredible. So in the edit widget, you got to do maybe keep running. Keep running. Anyway, we're getting there. You'll see. Thank you. Thank you, Los. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of crazy. The fact that you could even get like this far, it's kind of crazy. And I think to a certain extent, this would work better if you actually hosted this on a server because of the way servers load page. So to John's point, it would work. But the original one I did work. But we're almost there. The rest of it would just be sitting here in Claude and debugging it and be like, okay, it's working, but the WebSocket would be better or React.js would be better. That stuff you wouldn't know, but, you know, in general, it just works. So I just wanted to see what kind of craziness we can get ourselves into. Now, question for you guys, since we're doing dumb stuff today. Did you happen to see the most beautiful girl in the world? Tell her I'm sorry. Tell her I need my... Sorry. Did any of you happen to see yesterday's video besides Kathy? Oh, yes. Paul is sick. I knew it. No way Paul doesn't beat me to the stream. It just never happens. Never happens. If you know his number, text him some get your ass better wishes. Shall we door dash you some? Okay, everybody. What is your favorite I feel like shit soup that makes you feel better. Mine's is samgyetang, which is Korean, but it's ginseng and a little weed chicken, and it's incredible. And if I have that when I'm sick, I feel better instantaneously. The other one is miso soup. So let me know what you guys use for. No, Paul, no, no. He tried to kill the other Paul. He's like, let's just send him a 40. Dude, Luis and I were we were in Massachusetts in cold as hell, and we went to the Paneria right across from a cemetery, and I had that chicken soup with a caprese sandwich. Fam. Oh my God. Fam. You can't DoorDash homemade chicken soup, Kathy. I gotta DoorDash something to Paul. Homemade chicken. Unless you're gonna take it to Palo Alto and hook him up. Kevin is the closest. Kevin, you and Jackie throw some soup together and hit the road. At least Kevin is in striking distance. Kathy's on the whole opposite side of the country. She'll be there Wednesday night, provided she drives like me and Luis. Kevin said 20 minutes. Oh, he real close. That would take me 10. I'm trying to see what they got in Palo Alto. That's good. Okay. Kevin said, it's only 20 minutes because there's hella traffic on Saturday. That is the most Bay Area statement ever. The reason why I say hella all the time is from the time I spent in the Bay. That's super funny. All right. So in yesterday's video, I was talking to you guys about sort of doing that reassessment, and Kathy came up with the RAH acronym. And I mentioned how you could just do this using your favorite LLM. Yo, I was playing around yesterday, and I haven't done it yet. I'm fixing to do it, but I was playing around yesterday, and I posted something in the chat, in the not the group chat, but the membership. No, you know what I mean, on my page. And so, here, let me make this make sense. I'm talking bubbles. If I go to post, and then you see this, I said describe me based on our chats, right? So if you go to ChatGPT and you pop that, and then you say bingo, see what it comes up with. It is actually, well, I gotta be seasoned though. Content creator, coach, tech savvy, motivated based on Honolulu with the global reach, specialized in helping Gen X and geriatric millennials break through the overwhelm and confidently step into their content creation. Your mission is to positively impact the billion lives of silver people by simplifying the complex and making tasks feel like second nature, even for beginners. Bingo. You run Doc Rock Media, where you produce YouTube videos, podcasts, blog posts, and courses. You teach people how to grow their business and personal brands through content, especially on YouTube, and how to do it without burning out. Bingo, you're the creator of Doc Pops, vibrant acoustic pop filters designed not just to improve your sound, but add some personality to your mic. Bingo. Superpowers are simplification. You break down complex tech and creative workflows into approachable, relatable language. Real world analogies are your jam. Yes. Consistency, you preach, teach systems, time blocking, batching, workflows that help your content creators stay consistent. Yes, you're motivated, you lean in the mindset, helping people uncover fear, imposter syndrome, procrastination through tough love and real talk. Knows me. um, and SEO Savvy use frameworks like ADA, PAS, and Pastor. Know how to craft curiosity gap titles that gets clicks and engagement. Yes, laid back, direct, fun, approachable with that let's get to it energy. Yes. Think Seth Godin, Gary Vee with a sprinkle of Neil deGrasse Tyson explaining quantum physics to a kid eating cereal. Bingo. Fuck, this is good. Clean, vibrant, high production value, never stiff or corporate. Yep. Heavy Mac user. Is he calling me fat or I just use the Mac a lot? Obsessed with audio quality. True. Not necessarily 32-bit flow gang, but I'll take it. A big fan of AI tools, ChatGPT, Claude, etc. Streamline from scripting to social, into culture, language, travel. Your Japan knowledge is deep. Come on, gangster. He knows me. Hi, Claude. Hey, Chad. What's your name, girl? How you doing? Lifelong fan of F1. Lewis Hamilton. Yes. Manchester United. Bingo. Celtics. All things sports. You forgot the Raiders. Yeah, bish. It's not about views or vanity metrics. You care about impact, legacy, and community. Yes. You're here to build something lasting to help people rediscover their voice and remind creators that they got more in them than they think. Come on, gangster. Come on. Come on. If I had to sum it up in one line, you're a Gen X content creator, didn't know they need it. Oh, you're the coach Gen X content creators didn't know they need it, but now can't imagine doing it without this. Yo, come on. Come on. Come on, son. Come on. Yo, okay, so let's just say, let's do make a bio speaker sheet and about. This is why you talk to it, because your boy can't type. Page copy in 3 separate MARKDOWNFILES. All right, it's always good to ask it its outputs. Bingo. Let's see what it does. Bingo. Haha. Oh, I really love the new canvas layout. I think it's so much doper to see what you're doing. Okay? Big ups to the updates from ChatGPT. The canvas output is dope, right? You can rename this. Doc Rex is a content creator, YouTube expert, the founder of Doc Rex Media based in Honolulu with global impact. He helps Gen X and geriatric millennial creators break through overwhelming consistency, create purpose-driven content. Known for simplifying complex text and production systems, Doc empowers beginners to grow their personal brand or business using approachable, no-flush strategies rooted in decades of broadcast and digital media experience. Bingo! He's also the creator of Doc Pop's vibrant acoustic pop fillers designed to bring personality and premium audio quality to any creator setup. Whether you're on stage, on screen, or behind the mics, Doc is clear. Help creators stay consistent, overcome limiting beliefs, confidently share their message with the world. Bingo. Just glorious, 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 glorious. Okay, let's peep out the second one. You want PDF versions for your social media bios? Why, yes, I do. Let's close this one. And then let's check out the next one. The first one was good. I mean, listen, it's just glorious. Let's do that. Bingo. Doc Rock is a leading voice for Gen X creators and solo entrepreneurs who want to harness the power of content without burnout. With decades of experience in broadcast, media, and digital production, he now coaches content creators worldwide through his company, Doc Rock Media. His unique ability to simplify complex text, motivate action, and deliver real-world strategies makes him sought-after speaker for conferences like Podcast Movement, Podfest, and YouTube-focused summits. Bingo! Good Lord! Claude, how do I pay you? How do I pay you? Signature topics. This thing is saying, if you want me to come and speak at your conference, let me make sure you need to see my face when I hit you with this flex. This thing just said, if I want to get a speaking gig for some conferences, I can just take this, throw some images from conferences like Podfest, People of Video 1 and 2, like NAB. I spoke on the floor at NAB. I got images. I can take those images, put this in the little speaker deck, and then send this out. Send this out, Kevin. I see you down there. You got jokes. That's good. Kevin's quick today. But, family, I could legit just take this jank right here and send that out for some conferences that I want to speak at that I ain't been invited to and be like, invite me, family. Chad said, okay? Like, listen. Okay, let's get back. Let's see what she said. Consistency without burnout. Content systems that actually work. Learn how to stay consistent using time blocking, batching, and simple workflows, even if you have a full-time jizzle. YouTube for the rest of us. Growth strategies for Gen X and beginners. Practical jargon-free advice for content creators who didn't grow up with smartphones but are ready to build something impactful. This is a whole session right there. I can get nasty with that. From fear to flow, content creator mindset, and motivational talk designed to help creators overcome fear, perfection, and procrastination. Bingo. Audio made easy. Sound great without a studio budget. Get professional sound with minimal gear, smart techniques, plus the story behind creating these. Doc Pops. I know your ears just got sore. My bad. Ideal audiences, content creator conferences, entrepreneur meetups and masterminds, Gen X millennial community events, posse events, YouTube summits. Got some booking info? Hit it there. Go to booking at docrock.live. Yes, you got to work. And then boom. Come on, son. Chad is not playing games. Okay. Bingo. Meet the impressive, that cool motherfucker, Doc Rock. I'm Doc Rock. I'm here to help content creators, especially Gen X and geriatric millennials, finally hit record, publish with confidence, and grow their personal brand or business through consistent content. I am not about overnight hacks or clickbait shortcuts. Can you say that again, Chad? I am not about overnight hacks or clickbait shortcuts. One more time for the people in the back. There ain't no damn such thing as a shortcut. Do the work. I teach real strategies built on decades of experience in broadcast media, digital production, and online education. My goal is to make content creation simple, sustainable, and actually fun, even if you're just starting out with zero experience or feel completely overwhelmed by the tech. Hate that word, but I'll let it slide. What I do, I run Doc Rock Media, where I coach content creators and solo entrepreneurs to launch and grow YouTubes and podcasts, build workflows that avoid burnout, create content creators consistently without overthinking, and develop confident on-camera president's presence. I'm the creator of Doc Plus high-density acoustic foams that improve your audio quality and personality with the mic setup because your voice matters and it should also look as dope as it sounds. Yep. Why I do it. I believe everyone has a message that's worth sharing. How many times y'all heard me say that, miss? But when people get stuck, yes, overthinking, over-editing, or just feel like it's too late to start, my mission is to change that, put that foot in their ass. I've helped hundreds of creators move past fear and imposter syndrome, and I'm here to do the same for you with advice, simple tech tips, and a whole lot more. Let's work together. Come on, dude, listen. If any of that just showed you that you can get down with the get down, throw something spicy in the chat. Let's hit it with a red hot chili pepper emoji, because I don't know what y'all did, but to me, that was absolute fire. And Chad did that in a matter of minutes. It took me longer to read that than it took Chad to do that. And again, if you feel as if it doesn't have enough information about you, ask it to interview you so that it has all the background info it needs in order to help you help them. Family, this is too mother freaking easy. Come on, Matt, where you at? Family, this is too Easy. When you don't have autofocus, you got to keep it next to your face. This is too easy. Like legit. Dang, this little chap piece right here, this is going to hurt y'all. I missed. Ow. Don't do that. Anyway, it's too easy. There's no reason to be in these streets struggling when you can use the tools to help you out. I was hanging out with my homie yesterday before I got on the flight, day before yesterday. I came home on Thursday. I had a couple hours before my plane left. And then I was like, you still ain't launched your course. And then she was like, oh, well, I had been, I was like, hold up, listen. So we go to the coffee shop. I go, let's move to the back so we don't bother nobody. I said, I want y'all to hear this, okay? I said, open your phone. Bingo. I said, open ChatGPT and put on the voice mode. And you know what she said to me? What voice mode? I just talked to the little microphone thing, and then it dictates what no, girl, no. See that other black one with the... And she goes, oh, I never pressed that. You know in Bugs Bunny, when the fist comes out of the box and it throws him and the birds... That's what I looked like when she said that. She had never pressed the other button next to the microphone. And I was like, listen, sister, press that button. And it goes, boom, ooh, look at this blue dot. What is the blue dot? I'm like, shh, shut your mouth. I said, hey, chat, this is Doc here. I'm hanging out with my friend, insert her name, and she has been stuck trying to get her coaching business off the ground. She specializes in infinite possibilities from Mike Dooley. She's a certified Mike Dooley trainer, and I need you to interview her to help her figure out why she's stuck. Let's come up with a SWOT analysis and a simple 5-point bullet plan of action that she can follow to get this business off the ground so I don't have to continue to stay mad at her. You're going to hear two people talking. One is me. I'm a coach, but I want you to coach her so she can see that she can do this without me because I don't live here. And you're going to hear her voice. Notice the difference between our voice and answer accordingly. And Chad was like, oh, Monday. What's her name? Monday, right? Chad got new voices, by the way, but this girl is Monday. I think that's her name. Anyway, she was like, okay, blah. And she's like, hey, my friend's name. Like, I said, ask her questions, and I said what her name was, and Chad said, hey, my friend's name. I'm just not saying her name because if she sees this, she gonna punch me straight in my pills. So, Chad was like, let me ask you some questions. And it just went down. And so what happened was my friend doing what they do, overthinking, and Chad kept interrupting her. And I was like, Chad, yes, Doc. You don't know me. Don't talk to me like that. I said, do me a favor. Wait until my friend says, ask me the next question before you respond. And also give her time to respond before you respond because she's new to talking to chatbot and she needs time to process. So don't cut her off. Wait for her to say finished and then wait for her to say next question. And it was like, bet. Okay, Doc's friend, continue. And her face just went, ugh. It looked like somebody shot her with a flaming bow and arrow square betwixt the buttocks. Because it mind blown. Like absolutely mind blowing. You know what? And she's on the free plan. I'm like, girl, you rich. Pay the $20. And she's like, oh, And I'm like, that's why you rich, because you cheat. So I told her, I go, listen, I'm going to be back in Vegas in about 365 days. If you ain't launched this thing in like the next 6 months, I will spend my Hawaiian miles to come over there and put foot in hand pots. We've been friends since 89. You can't be out here slipping. Because she's brilliant. Like, she's brilliant. Like, she's stupid brilliant. And then I asked her, you know, about her kid, like what he's doing. And then, you know, she was like, "Oh, I don't let him touch electronics or whatever." And I was like, "Pause." I was like, "Please do not be the Cosmo mom." What do you mean? Any kid who is completely avoidant of tech because the parents listening to Cosmopolitan, that kid will suffer come college. Because they're going to be trying to figure out how to do stuff that everybody else already knows. Well, I don't want them to play video games and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, listen, teach him how to code Mindscape levels. I don't know how to do that. Chad does. Get him spending a minimum of 10, 15 minutes a day with the AI, learning the ethics, learning responsibility. So I said, hey, Chad, we want to start a new conversation. You cool with that? Chad was like, what to do? I go, give my friend a 10-point bullet plan on how to teach a 10-year-old how to responsibly use AI. In fact, come up with some mother and son activities they can do together over the next 90 days that will make both of them proficient because they are starting from absolute scratch. And Chad was like, bet, shoom, bullet list. I was like, get home, print that out, throw it on the back of the door in your guys' shared office, and every day y'all need to spend 10, 15 minutes a day with Chad. Because while the rest of the damn parents are ducking their head in the ground talking about, I didn't want my kid using AI, my nephew is not going to be an idiot because the mom read too many Cosmo magazines and ate too much granola. I'm like, put a stake in that dude's face and get to town. Like, listen, fam, these tools are way too dope to let somebody else psych you out because they silly. I'm sorry. I'm going to call them out. And if you one of them, my bad. I don't care. Because I use the joint on a daily basis, and it makes my job easy peasy, cover greasy. It's way too good. It's way too good. Now, Luis had a question. Let me go back to that, and then I'm going to go get ready for class. Luis, somebody is coming to buy my Rico today, I hope. So I might have to cut in the middle of class to go sell that thing, but I'll come right back. Let's check. Anyway, let me read. He said, that was Kevin. Did chat put all that conversation you had with it, and can you pull it into your YouTube video about you? Wait a minute. Let me say this again. Let me read this again. I'm sorry, Kevin. I got to read slow. Did chat pull all of that out with the conversations you had with it? Yes, it did. Or can you pull your YouTube and other kinds of that's available? 100%. You can do both. So good question, Kevin. Hold on. I am sorry, Kevin. Brilliant. If you haven't had memories turned on. And so that's what I meant, Kevin. If chat doesn't have this information about you, make sure that memories is turned on in your settings. And actually, let me show you where that be in case you guys ain't familiar. You better get familiar. Shoomph. All right. I'm going to do this from the webpage. Click on your face and then go down to settings. Oh, you go to customize chat GPT. And then this is new. What should chat GPT call you? Oh, what? Boom, let's do this. I didn't even know you could do this. Doc. Or Doc Rock. Boom. What do you do? Content creation coach, motivational speaker, podcast host, YouTube educator. Boom. I already did this. I've already done that. Yep. So it already knows all of this stuff. But you can basically take this, and it's smart now because it's giving you a general template here. You can take this and copy it into your favorite thing and go for it. Or you can actually paste this to ChatGPT and go ask me those questions vocally, and I will answer them because I just do better at saying what I'm doing. Okay, so you can go through all of that. I'm going to turn this off because I don't want to mess with it right now. I'm going to play with it at a different time. Yes, go back. back, exit. Let's click on this and go to settings. And then you want to go to personalization and you want to make sure that memory is turned on. Okay. Right now I have my custom instructions turned off, but you can do that as well. I tend to leave custom instructions turned off because I just make new custom instructions when I get there. Okay. Click on speech and then Juniper. That's where her name is.
Hey there. I've got a really great feeling about us teaming up. How?
You go, Junie. They got some new names in here though.
Hi, glad to meet you. I think we're going to do great work together.
He sounds like bootleg Alec. This dude is like, hi.
Hi there. I just want to share how thrilled I am to work with you.
Nope. Monday. This one is funny, y'all. This one is crazy funny.
Oh, good. You found me. Yay.
I was playing with that the other day. Where'd my girl Junie go? I played with that the other day, and we were asking it questions, me and my friend Jeff, and it was like, oh, Doc Rock, that guy. He's that famous YouTuber that yells at the Gen X people. And I was like, we were cracking up laughing. Monday is super funny. It has that ho-hum attitude. It's hilarious. But yes, anyway, Kevin, definitely go in here and play with these things. And believe it or not, yeah, most of these stuff you can do with no special tricks and things like that. And again, if it's all too much for you, maybe check out. Let me do it. Maybe check out what Rich is talking about. Rich, I believe you have ability to post a link if you have one. I think that's how you do it. Nope. Rich has it. I don't know what it is. It's Magi. Maybe they put a G. That shouldn't be there. Because it feels like Magi. Yeah, that's what it is. I thought Magi was with a J. Maybe I'm dumb. Anyway. It has all of these things in there in theory. I know that my boy Jeff uses it. And now I know Rich uses it. I may not play with that then. I'm going to have to do some deep search on this and figure out, is it really giving you the full model or are you getting truncated models? Came through dripping. But I believe they have, I believe Rich has a affiliation code. So I would hit up Rich. If Rich is not here, I'll get it from him and I'll put it someplace where you guys can find it. Local Sports Radio had an AI voice that is a sex bot that talks about better lines. She's full of innuendos. Her voice is similar to Monday. Yeah, Juniper is I picked Juniper because she was the sister in there. I just feel she actually kind of sounds like my niece. My niece Brittany. She has that same level of like articulated swag, sass. There you go. All right, I'm gonna go get ready for class. We got class coming, and hopefully this lady is gonna come and talk to me about my thing. I think, Luis, are we supposed to do class now or like in an hour? See, this is why Paul is not here. What'd you say, Aubrey? It's now 20 minutes? Okay, thank you, Aubrey. All right, gang. So, anyway, that was fun today. My experiment kind of semi-worked. We're going to play with it. I'm going to see if I can get it all the way working, and then I'll send it through. But, yeah, let me go grab another quick bite to eat, refill the coffee, get some water, and then I'll be back in time for class. I really appreciate y'all. I miss you guys a lot. Yeah. Sorry. There you go, Rich. Sorry. I know you was probably doing something else. If you have an affiliate link for Magi, please give it to these kin folks so that they can... Shut up, Kevin. I'm gonna text this to Paul right now. Oh my god. Wait. I'm gonna text this to Paul right now. Oh, this ought to make his day. That's you silly. I was in the rain locker. You know what? I'm gonna call myself dumb. I have no idea what a rain locker is. I know what a paint locker is. I'm scared to Google it because who knows what happens when you Google stuff nowadays. But I'm gonna Google it. You know I am. I'm a curious individual. What is? Oh, there you go. A shower. That's funny. That is funny. Oh, wonder why it came. Oh, I got it. It's from the Navy. I'm not a Navy dude. I'm a ground troops. It's a Navy word. I know what a paint locker is though. Man, this is fun. I can tell you, it is super weird to go like 3 weeks in a row without streaming. It is super weird, bro. So I am happy to be back doing this mess. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, got a lot of stuff coming up, fam. A lot of stuff. And Rich, I do need to do a tutorial on Super Whisper. It is pretty incredible. I found out there's a couple different other similar type joints out there. And even I think Luis's audio pen is doing a good job, keeping up. But these ones just have a little bit better context sensitivity. So I don't know if you noticed when I did it, when I'm in this mode here. Nope, that's not right. When I'm here, when I bring up Super Whisper, I have a Stream Deck button. See, it's in Google.com, right? If I switch it over to here, it's going to change to new.adobe.express.somebody's business, right? So, like, it knows when, hey, don't do that. It knows when I switch applications, what it's doing. So what happens is, being that it's context sensitive, like if I click over here, it's going to say Ecamm Live Zoom. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's dope, is that it's context sensitive to where I am. And so when I am saying various things in various apps, it's able to make that work. And I do love that. And then the other thing it does is if I hit a Option Shift K, I can switch between various modes. Now, right now, I've only built in 2, but I can add some more. So like I add one specifically for email for Ecamm and then one for email for Doc. And so when I hit this, if I hit the hotkey and then do Command 4, it'll be my personal Gmail. But if I do Command 3, it'll be my Ecamm mail. So that way it will rewrite what I'm saying accordingly. So if I say dumb stuff, it will adjust it and put it in business tone. So that's what I'm working on right now before I get the demo out. Anyway, cancel this recording. Yes. The other thing, there's an update. Install the update. The other thing that's super hot, Rich, is I've set it up on my phone to where I can double tap the back and then it goes into the Super Whisper recording mode and so forth, so on, etc. So it's fancy. It's fancy. I'm loving it. Anyway, I love you guys. I got to get the hell up out of here before I'm late for class. And then Aubrey will give me dirty looks because she like that. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming through. Aubrey, I'm going to go pee real fast. It'll be like 15 minutes, okay? Tell everybody just hold their horses. I'll start the meeting, though, because Paul's sick. All right, so I'm going to just hang this up, start that meeting, and then go, and then y'all can just come back. You know what I'm saying? All right, anyway. Love you, mean it. Peace out, Funks. A-Town Stump. Stay good. See you on Tuesday with me and Mary Lucy. Peace out.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. And never gets me down. City of mine.